Why do we need planned communication as lateral leaders? I would like to start with a kind of extreme example. I was conducting a seminar and the participants in the coffee breaks were reading on their smartphones how the board members of their companies were tearing each other apart via public media. How did this company develop? You can imagine. In the following years they lost billions and all the board members have been changed. This can be the impact if communication happens thoughtlessly on the basis of emotions. Another example, a US pharma company, stock listed, make a lot of acquisitions and spin-offs on an ongoing basis as it is kind of usual in pharma industry. Each new leader in this company is being trained on the communication plan. And this is about answering the following questions. Who communicates, what, to whom, in which order, when, and in which form. A few examples. It makes a difference if somebody communicates on a high position or in a low position. Because if somebody hierarchically higher will come across as being more important and maybe also more dramatic. What? Well, it also makes sense to think about what cannot be said and perhaps also to think about to announce that some things cannot be said yet. To whom, in which order? For example, here it could make sense to concentrate first on communicating internal in the organization before going outside of the organization. When? Here I've heard from participants the example that in our company often they bring the bad news on Friday afternoons. Probably so that the employees can kind of cool off over the weekend. In which form? There are lots of different ways of how to communicate something, but let's just take one example. It makes a big difference whether I communicate one-to-one with a couple of different people or I communicate immediately with the whole group. Here I should consider the group dynamics as well. Let's come back to the pharma company. This corporation is one of the 10 biggest companies worldwide and the best practice for financial stability. So in a nutshell, a communication plan can save you a lot of trouble and contribute to a successful implementation of your lateral project.